This is Belle Boyd. She was an important spy to the Confederacy.
Well, I became a spy for the Confederacy around my 18th birthday. My young age allowed me to go virtually unannounced by Union forces.
What kind of missions did you complete while being a spy?
Oftentimes, my missions were as simple as transporting supplies and information back to the Southerners.
Explain your nickname, Cleopatra of the Secession.
As the press began to write about my missions in the newspaper, they called me Cleopatra of the Secession because they saw me as a rebel. Other nicknames they gave me included La Belle Rebelle and Rebel Joan of Arc.
Wow. What would you say your most successful mission was? What made it so special?
The most successful mission is definitely the time that I obtained crucial information needed to help Stonewall Jackson capture the town of Front Royal. This May 1862 mission was so important because without the information provided in the South, they wouldn't have obtained Front Royal.
As the press began to write about your missions and accomplishments, how did this affect your being a successful spy to the Confederacy?
After I helped the South gain the town of Front Royal, I was arrested. I spent a month in the prison near Old Capitol Prison in Washington, D.C. After this, I was again captured, but this time I endured a longer sentence of 5 months. Then I set sail for England to deliver Confederate papers. A Union vessel stopped by my ship. I was again captured.
How did this all affect your life socially?
As a matter of fact, I fell in love with one of the Union naval officers who captured my ship. We married once the war was over.
Oh my God.
I didn't stay married though. I wasn't able to completely get him on the side of the Confederacy. He ended up having to serve time in prison for aiding me. We divorced after that.
I'm sorry to hear that, Belle. I understand that you wrote a book about your adventures.
Indeed I did. I convinced the Union to free me to Canada. From there, I went to England. I needed to make money, so I turned to writing. My biography is titled Belle Boyd in Camp and Prison. I wrote the book about my adventures as a rebel spy.
This is Rose Greenhow. She was an important spy to the Confederacy.
How did you use your socialite status in Washington, D.C. to get information to the South?
Well, during the war, I moved in important political circles. I was friends with presidents, generals, senators, and high-ranking military officers. I used my connections to pass along key information to the South.
Tell me about your successes as a Confederate spy.
At the start of the war, I was given control of the pro-Southern spy network in Washington, D.C. by Captain Thomas Jordan. The information I provided landed me with credit for the win of the Battle of Bull Run in late July 1861. Punished with house arrest in 1862 and later imprisoned.
Thank you for your time.
No problem.
This is Lafayette Baker. He was an important spy to the Union.
How you became such an important piece of the Union victory.
I had gone out to California to try my luck at finding gold. Once I heard news from a rebellion forming, I went back east to see if I could help out the Union.
And they made you a spy?
Yep.
Tell me about your work as a spy.
Early on in the work, I spied for General Winfield Scott. I spied on the Confederacy in Virginia. I eventually took charge of the Union Intelligence Service. I was appointed a Colonel of D.C. Cavalry May 5, 1863.
Thank you for your time.
Wow.